everybody, Lewis here, Rshackbbq and other things. Well, we're going to do a 7-pound rib eye roast, or in other words, a prime rib roast. And we're going to do it out on the Pitboss vertical smoker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crank that smoker up to as high as it'll go, and I'm going to stick it in there. And it's a 7-pound, so the math to that is for every pound you do 5 minutes on high. Ideally it'd be best if it was running about 500. So we'll see what she gets up to. So 7 times 5 is 35. So we'll do 35 minutes on high. And then we're going to turn it down to 250. And we're just going to let it go for 2 hours. I'm going to stick a probe in it. And when it gets to about 115 internal temp, I'm going to pull it out and let it rest for a moment. As you'll see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take parquet butter and herbs of Provence, and I'm going to coat the rib roast with that. That'll be our seasoning for the roast. So let's get in and see how this turns out. Smoking pretty good. We're up to about 420. We're running apple pellets today. So we'll get the roast in here. That was like the pecs on the legs. Yeah. Just the way it sounds right. So we'll get the roast in. It's been about 40 minutes on this. You can see what it's looking like. It's looking beautiful. Internal temp is 80. We're running about 435 on the grill temp here. The eye grill says it's 475. I have a probe up there for it. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to turn it down. We're going to turn it down to 250. And we're just going to reset our timer and let it go. Once the internal reaches 115, pull it off of there. She's looking beautiful. Okay, it says we've hit an internal temp of 120. See it there? You can see 120, running right at 250. Time to pull it off and let her rest for a few minutes and cut into her. Alright, here's our 7-pound prime rib roast. Where should we cut it? Let's go in here. See if we can cut. caveman style. Oh, look at that. Perfectly cooked. So moist. You can just see it dripping off of there. Let's cut ourselves a little bite of this, why don't we? Look how thick that piece of meat is. Wow. Let's get into it. Alrighty, before we take a bite here, I paired it with Rshackbbq's Summer Shandy. I don't know why this thing doesn't want to. Summer Shandy, Rshackbbq's. I really like this beer. Cheers. Alright, let's take a bite of this prime rib. I wish this thing would focus better, but you can see it's just beautiful. Wow, that is really, really good. Now, what you saw me do there, I pulled it out of the fridge and I left it on the counter for 4 hours, so it was getting to room temp. And then I put that parquet squeezed butter over it with herbs of Provence. That was the seasoning pack that I used. 7 pound, 5 minutes per pound, 35 minutes. I let it go to 40 minutes on high. Ideally, you want it to be at 500. I think the smoker hit about 460 was the highest it would go. So ran it for 40 minutes at that. Then I turned it down to 250 and let it go until it read an internal temp of 120. And this is what we got. So I'd have to say the smoke went really good. It took about 2 hours out to hit the 120 once I turned it down. It's got plenty of smoke flavor to it. We're going to plate this up with some baked potatoes and au jus and horseradish, and I'm going to tear into this. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and like I always say, you can do this too. Grill on, everybody. Man, that was really good.